been 2 years since community activist and organizer Terrance Roberts shot Hassan Jones in the Holly Shopping Center near the Boys and Girls Club. This was a community where Terrance had done an incredible amount of good work, and now he's in his second day of trial. The jury was selected yesterday, and we have 14 jurors. It looks like 7 men, 7 women, 1 African-American male. In the trial today, I think one of the surprise moments was when the judge asked the jury to leave the courtroom so that some business could be handled. And when they departed, Mr. Hassan Jones was rolled into the courtroom, and it was some interesting, I don't know if you would call it tension in terms of the 2 men looking at each other or not looking at each other. It was a very interesting moment. But the reason Mr. Jones was in the courtroom was because the judge was compelling Mr. Jones to testify in this case. And he absolutely will not be testifying. He indicated through legal representation that he will not testify. He told that directly to the judge, and the judge held Mr. Jones in contempt of court and gave him 6 months in the Denver County Jail. And I don't think that this affects Mr. Jones because he's already being held in Arapahoe County on other charges. But the surprise moment today, Mr. Hassan entered into the courtroom and refused to testify. Yes, very interesting witnesses today in the trial, eyewitnesses. I think what was also interesting is that you had a Denver Police Department crime specialist who was able to open up and show certain items. For example, there were 5 shell casings that were collected, 2 that landed right in front of the door of the Boys and Girls Club. But interestingly enough, there was also a knife that was found, a folding knife. I think they called it a Winchester. I think we've heard in the community that there was a knife present. Some people said that there wasn't, but we saw today that there was absolutely a knife that was found right at the scene of the shooting. From the video footage that I saw and from the photographs that were presented, seeing Terrance Roberts standing over Hassan Jones, if Terrance wanted to absolutely make sure Hassan Jones was dead, there was no way in the world he would have been able to live, because there were 5 shell casings that were found. We're looking at an individual standing directly over top of someone with a weapon, and if he wanted to pull that trigger any more times directly, you would have been dealing with a murder trial as opposed to attempted murder or aggravated assault or whatever. So I do know one thing, that young man is lucky to be alive, because if Terrance Roberts absolutely wanted him dead, there would have been no way he would have been able to survive, based on what was presented in court, based on the photographs that were shown, and based on the position of Terrance standing directly on top of Mr. Jones. So that's what I know, that we're lucky that there was not a funeral. We're lucky that we were even able to see Mr. Jones come into that courtroom today. And that's what I know in terms of a bad situation. If there was anything good that's come out of it, is that we were dealing with a man that is still alive, and we're dealing with a man that's going to have an opportunity to face his accusers, and hopefully the jurors will come up with the right result.